toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Wildcats offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
They'll run play action. Makes the catch.
Second down pass, completion to the wideout. Loss of 3. Brings up third down.
The Wildcats are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch around the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Kansas offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others. And they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about him. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game, running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
To the air, it's Stone. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
That's a first down for the offense.
First and 10.
Here we go.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. A little release to the back. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Let's talk for a second about Kansas. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge earlier.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Jayhawks look to keep this drive humming. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Second down, they'll go to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's the handoff. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
Wants to throw. It's Wallace. Got his man. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Let's go. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Got it behind the line. It's Farrell. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
The give on the option. Across the 45. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
So now it's 2nd and long.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. Dropping back, it's Wallace. He lofts one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, the ground game. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Right back to the well. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Quarterback adapting. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Jayhawks will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon.
Returner runs out of bounds.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. off the play fake on first down to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Tight end now in motion. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air, it's Stone. This time on target. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Jayhawks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Pickett. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've already converted a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 39. Leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw at Stone. Got it set up on the outside. Turns it on in midfield. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Lofts one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to sling it on second down. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Jayhawks are in the hurry-up. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Back to throw, it's Stone. Looking left. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Back to pass on second down. He's got it on the move. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he's going to try to return this one. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Got a man. It's Farrell. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. To throw, it's Wallace. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Momentum's a big part at the quarterback position, too. And sure, he threw a pick on the last drive, so let's come out on this one and find some easy completions from the pocket. If it's not there for me downfield right away, let me find my check down and get myself back into rhythm.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Northwestern will kick it off as we start the third quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are. And this is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man.
Oh, he's got some space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Jayhawks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Stone. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Grab near the sticks. It's Cook. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Jayhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Stone. Caught, goes to the marker, it's Pickett. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Pickett. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And as we get ready to start the 4th quarter, they'll open with a field goal attempt. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Rush is on him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll move the tight end. Dropping back, it's Wallace. He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield at Stone. Using the quick game. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
The Jayhawks have their offense in high gear. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Stone. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Turning it on! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the 30-yard line on first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Quick handoff. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Colorado State came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that the Rams won, it's more how they won. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Back to pass, it's Wallace. Trying to set up the screen. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
No gain on the play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been